Welcome to Small Businesses, Big Voice, the podcast that aims to boost your business and your entrepreneurial goals. Each week, we share real stories, practical tips, and community insights to help you grow, connect, and thrive. Because when small businesses speak up, we all get stronger. So let's dive in and speak to today's guest.
So welcome to this week's edition of the Lichfield Chamber podcast. And our guest today is Aaron Roach. So thank you, Aaron, for joining us. To start with, could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about your business?
Of course. Well, thank you, Ruth, for having me. It's a privilege to be here on the podcast and the first one. So if this goes really wrong, we'll blame me. My name is Aaron Roach. I'm the managing director of a company called Zephi. Zephi is a bit of a weird company. And I mean weird because we're kind of four companies in one. So we've got a marketing division, which we do things like websites, SEO, getting people found on Google, getting people's CRM systems working and all integrated. We do IT solutions, so IT support, cloud solutions, things like this. I've got fire and security division because if you run a cable for a computer, you run the same cable for a refuge system or for a CCTV camera. And the last part is everything we do, we tell people how to do it. So we have a consultancy arm as well. So that's us, kind of a 4-in-1, keeps us out of trouble.
You sure about that?
Well, I try and keep out of trouble.
Okay, that's probably a better answer. So how did your business get started? Was it something you'd always wanted to do?
Kind of by mistake. I think like most things really. So in my career before I started Zephi, so Zephi's been around since 2019. Before that, I kind of worked through a charity. I worked for a charity for 14 years, I think it was. And I started out as kind of a web guy, did a bit of website work, then became their IT guy, and then obviously their IT manager. Then they wanted a marketing department. I made that, became an IT marketing manager. Left for a year, we won't talk about that, it was very strange. Went back to the same company and ended up as their global IT and marketing director, which sounds majestic. It really wasn't. I did get to travel a lot, which was fantastic, but the title just sounds really majestic. So when I took what they would call a voluntary redundancy in 2019, I kind of was like, well, what do I want to do? And Zephi was kind of in the background. I kind of did it as a little bit of a hobby. And I thought, well, let's see if we can get a business out of this. So so started in 2019 and then COVID hit. I started in September 2019 and I think we were all locked down in March, was it? I think so. I sat there and panicked and you kind of just freaked out a little bit. But of course, everyone went online. So everyone needed a website. Everyone wanted to get found online, and we kind of boomed by mistake, and haven't looked back since really, and we've grown since then. So yeah, that's kind of my background.
I think you're right. Most businesses do start by accident.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if we designed to do this, none of us would actually start out in business because
you'd be too scared.
It's a scary world, isn't it? No, I say for me, it was out of a passion of what I know and what I love, and then kind of went into a business really.
Brilliant. So what makes your particular business stand out in the field?
Oh gosh, that's a great question. I think we're very unique. We try and be personable as a solution. So we try and be real. We're real people. I think all the staff that work with us, we've got a small team. We've got 7 staff, but we're all real. We're not geeky techies. We can be, but we try and be that personable kind of approach. We have a slogan on all our websites, and it can seem like a bit of a gimmicky slogan, but actually it is the foundation of what we are. It's customer focused. And that's what I believe makes us stand out from our competitors, where we try and be that customer focused marketing company, customer focused IT company, customer focused security company, and kind of really, kind of embody that as our motto and as our vision, really.
Fantastic. Sure, Giles isn't geeky.
Giles is very geeky. We love Giles. So shout out to Giles if he's listening. We all love Giles, and he's a fantastic, fantastic guy.
The reason I brought Giles in is Giles has done most of the work on the Chamber website that Zephi did for us. So yeah, I do know how geeky Giles can get.
I was hoping to take that as my personal thing, really, but obviously not.
Sugar. Okay, we'll edit that bit and it'll be yours, exactly. And then Giles is just geeky.
We'll go with that.
Okay, so what's a typical day look like for you?
Chaos. So I mean, I've got 3 kids. So I have the kids in the week. So I start the day out with the kids. We go out, we do a workout every morning at 6:30. That sounds really bizarre. I never believed that would come out my mouth. So anyone that would know me pre September last year,
Yeah.
I was a lot bigger than I am today. Actually, this camera here looks very, very, very flattering for me.
So you want that camera
I want
angle?
that camera editing.
Okay.
But basically, I started kind of a weight loss journey back in September last year. So got a PT, the whole thing, right? And I've lost nearly 6 stone now.
Wow.
The kids have really been one of my biggest supports for that. So we start every morning at 6:30 with a workout, whether I want to or not. And trust me, 9 times out of 10, I don't want to. And then drop the kids off, go into the office. Every day's varied. And that's what I love about my job. No day is the same. So today is Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes, when we're recording this, I was going to say, what day is it? I've had meetings, I've met with some clients, I've just literally come from a client site, and now coming to here. So I think really, every day is different. I enjoy working with clients. I enjoy kind of interacting with people. I'm a people person, and that's what I enjoy most about my job. So that's what I kind of focus on, really.
Brilliant. So what's your proudest achievement so far? Now, I know Aaron shared an award on LinkedIn the other week, and I think it's actually the best ever award he will get. Whether that's the one he's going to mention is a different matter.
Well, if I don't mention it now,
well, I know, no pressure.
The kids will riot. I think my greatest achievement in my life are my kids.
Yes.
So that kind of is a great segue into what you're talking about. So obviously, the reason we do what we do is we want to make a difference. Yeah. I come from a charity background, as I mentioned. So even though I'm a business and we're a business operation, everything I try and do well for the community, for charities, for organisations, because I want a purpose to business, not just to make some money. Of course, we need to make money, but I want a purpose. So what Ruth is mentioning is we sponsor sports teams. We've done sponsoring kits and whatever else, and we sponsored my middle child's football team because why not? And as I put on my LinkedIn post, people can say, well, it's an advertisement gimmick, and it probably is, let's be honest. But the heart behind it is really to invest into the kids. My middle son, when he started in football when he was 6, he was so shy. I remember the first day we went to training, I thought it was going to be disastrous. He wanted to be a goalkeeper, and he had the ball whacked in his face, and he cried for half an hour. And I'm telling the coach, don't worry, he'll be fine. And it was just a disaster. But now, he's now 11. Obviously I think he's good. He's my son, but other people tell me he's good. And seeing the kids flourish is the biggest reward. So of course I got a little award at the presentation, even to say thank you for the sponsorship. And as one kid put it in the card, thank you for the cash, which I thought was a great little thing. Really, it's the reality of it all. But for me, seeing what that does for the children, and they're a great bunch of lads and stuff like that. I think that's my biggest achievement in business, and seeing that throughout all the things we do as a company is kind of what thrives and makes me go for it, and makes me want to continue to grow as an organisation to do more for the community.
It also shows that you are very community orientated. Yes, you're a business. Yes, you're there to make money, but you're human.
Yeah.
Because your post on a story is like, I like that.
Yeah, I think
really did.
As I say, it's all about yes, we need to make money, but for me, it's what's the greater good,
Yes.
And that's, as I say, from the charitable background that I've always worked in. I enjoy making a difference,
Yes.
And if I can do that in a little way with the kids' sponsorship, that's great, and I try and do it in other ways as well.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I remember I sponsored my son's rugby club, and my logo was on the back of their shorts, which was not very good for me for photographing. So the only one I could really photograph and share on social media was my own son's.
Yes,
but yeah,
dodgy.
It was out there.
It was out there.
Yeah. Okay. So what challenges have you faced, and how have you overcome them?
We face loads of challenges, let's be honest. I mean, if anyone's listening to this in business, there's so many challenges out there right now. The economy is up and down like a yo-yo. You've got rising costs, you've got staff issues, you've got all these kind of stuff. But you know what? I think a lot of it is down to mindset for me personally. So, you can sit there, be doom and gloom. Yes, national minimum's gone up, or the salaries have gone up, and you've got to take another percentage up and all this fun stuff. And you've got more insurances and taxes and whatever else. But for me, I just kind of focus on the positive. I'm a very positive person by nature. And so I try and keep my eye on the positives of, once again, what is the greater good, what we're trying to strive for, whatever else. Yes, unfortunately, our costs have had to go up. So we've had to obviously pass them on to our clients and stuff like that. And of course, there is those challenges as well to keep, your clients happy while you're trying to balance the books and all this kind of stuff. But, I think ultimately, if people see the heart of what you're trying to do and also how you're doing it and the way you conduct yourselves, I think ultimately, challenges can be overcome very quickly.
Very, very much so. Okay, so what does it mean to you being part of the Lichfield business community?
Do you know, so we're based in Rugeley, right?
I know. We let you off.
I know.
You do come to Lichfield. You're on the cusp.
So we're based, so if those that don't know where we're based, Zephi's based at Hawkshard Hall, which is a fantastic building, and it's a beautiful building. And the boundary for Lichfield is actually on the grounds, and we are the Lichfield side of the boundary. I checked that out before I joined, just in case there's any uproar. And you know, so where I was going with that was, I made a purposeful decision to come this way. Rather than...
Oh, we're going to alienate the Rugeley lot.
No. I'm alienating Cannock lot. No offence to Cannock lot. Love you all. But you know, I've always loved Lichfield.
Yeah.
Lichfield's a fantastic place. It's very beautiful. The cathedral, the shops, the atmosphere, the people of Lichfield has always been something that I've always enjoyed, and I love the city centre, the kind of community around here. So for me, when I was looking at kind of growth opportunities as a business, and of course it helps the fact that obviously I met yourself and we joined the chamber and all this stuff. But for me, I just love the community of Lichfield, and I think for me it was just a natural pull to kind of come more over here and get more involved with the Lichfield kind of side of stuff. So the Lichfield community and naturally then you get more clients over here and you spend more time over here. So, I love the Lichfield world. I think it's just a very unique city, and I just love that.
I think you're right there. It is a very, very unique place for the right reasons as well.
Absolutely.
So how has Lichfield Chamber of Trade and Commerce supported your business or helped you connect with others?
Well, where can I start? I mean, let's be honest. First and foremost, we are privileged to be the guys that designed your website, and it was very much an honour for us to get given that contract. Obviously, we had to tender for it like everyone else did, and to kind of work with yourself and all the chamber members has been a real privilege. Of course, I'm also on the exec committee for the chamber, which I once again wanted to help as best I could, yourself and the other members of the exec, and obviously with all the stuff that the chamber is doing and is only growing to do. It's been a no-brainer that you obviously will connect with people that you have synergy with, that you can work with and whatever else. I think it's probably a good shout out at this point if Jill's listening from Accounting Insight. It was her fault that even we met, to be fair. Yes. So if Jill is listening at this point, if she's managed to get through, 15 minutes of our podcast without falling asleep, I want to shout out to Jill from Accounting Insight, because I think she was obviously the introduction to the chamber. Yeah. Obviously, she does the chamber finances and all this kind of stuff. So she was part of your committee and the exec side of it. And from there, it's only spiraled. It's only got better.
Yes.
And I'm so excited now because it's gone from a chamber meeting to now we're doing the weekly.
We've got the co-working, the breakfast meetings, everything.
And it's only going to get better with the chamber. And it sounds like I'm on a sales plot. I'm not paid to do this, by the way.
None of us are.
But this is literally like this. I'm passionate because I think I can see the difference the chamber's making, not only in Zephi's life, but other businesses that are joining. And I think I've read we've got over 100 members now.
Yes, we have.
Which I think is fantastic news. And it's only growing.
Yes.
And I did a post today actually on LinkedIn. This is not, once again, this sounds like it's all planned. It's not. I did a post on LinkedIn today about networking and networking in general, right? So I hate networking. I'll be honest with you. It's not my thing, right? No. I love people, but I hate networking.
Yeah, you send Ben to the meetings,
I do, yeah. Shout out to Ben if he's listening. But I love people, but I hate this whole stodginess of networking. Whilst when I first came to the chamber networking, it was so different.
Yeah.
It was open. It wasn't stodgy. It wasn't formulated. It was a laugh. We did the job. We met with people, had some good food, and I went away and went, that's different.
Yeah.
And I've been part of other organisations which remain nameless, and you don't get that. And I think for me, that's what made me kind of go, the chamber, how cheap, I need to be part of that. And it is, that's cheap, it's not the wrong word, affordable. You can't afford not to be part of the chamber. I should be a salesperson.
Yeah. I think the reason behind that is it's run by the members as volunteers. Correct. For the members. So none of us get paid, none of us get expenses. As you were saying with our meetings, they're not stodgy or anything like that. So we do have agendas. And if I do need a decision making, I will say, right, we have to be serious. We do need to make a decision. apart from that, yeah, you're right. They're a good laugh. And I think more work gets done that way.
I agree. And you see more business from that.
Yes.
Because people want to work with people. They don't want to work with a robotic kind of systematic way. And I think because, the people that are part of the chamber and people that are joining the chamber, they're real people, real businesses that want to get real jobs done.
Yeah.
And I think you can see that difference compared to other organisations, which once again will remain nameless. Because I'm passionate because it's the right way for me to do business. It's the kind of business that I want to be part of, and I want to work. And we appeal the right business that most people want to work with.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does, and that's one of the reasons we're starting the monthly breakfast meetings, because we know some of our members can't get to the evening ones because of childcare, or by the time they've done a day in the office or a day in the shop, all they want to do is go home and put their feet up, and I get that. So if we can start their day off right with the same formula, jobs are good.
Absolutely.
Okay, so any favourite local spots in Lichfield, whether for work breaks, inspiration or personal downtime?
I think I mentioned already the cathedral.
Yeah.
I love that cathedral. And I think, the area around it, the pool and all that kind of stuff it's just beautiful. Let's be honest with you. It's a beautiful spot. And I think once again, it's on our doorstep. Obviously I am Rugeley, but it's what, 10 minutes down the road. And you get that kind of thing really. I think that's probably where I'd spend most of my kind of time. I'll give a shout out. I enjoy a drink on the odd occasion, and there's some lovely places within Lichfield to go and have a nice meal or a nice social drink and stuff like that. I mean, it's very unique, and the space has got, you got your chains, but you also got a lot of, I don't know, independent bars and restaurants, and I think that's very nice. And once again, it's part of the character of what Lichfield is, and I love that kind of thing really. So.
And the fact that it's got the mix from the independent cafes up to the bistros, the brunches, stuff like that, right up to our Michelin star restaurant.
Exactly, of which I've never been able to get a table in. So if anyone knows an in-way for that, I mean...
Well, we do have a chamber member who works there.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we
I'll have a word with her.
If we can get away into that, once again, shout out to Tom if he's listening. If he fancies giving a table away for something, just... We all want to get there, but yes. But once again, it just shows the diversity of what Lichfield is, and of course, I come to a lot of different places in Lichfield. I love them all. There's not a bad place, I don't think, in Lichfield.
No, I agree with that. Okay, you've already alluded to some of this, so we're going to touch now more about you behind the business. So, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be an IT teacher.
Oh, really?
So actually, I kind of fulfilled that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm in IT.
Yeah.
But I was always fascinated with IT. I've always been a geek. So fun fact of the day, I built my first PC when I was 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was very sad. I was that sad kid. I really was. My dad worked at the Nokia factory up in Stoke, and they were throwing away stuff all the time. They were throwing away old devices and stuff that they made redundant and whatever else. So my dad came back with all this random stuff all the time. So I sat there as a kid and put things together and made things work. And I made this laptop with an operating system and everything worked, put the floppy disks in, everything was great. My dad sold it for 100 quid. To this day, I'm devastated by that. I wanted that computer. That was my first computer. It was 5 coming into 6. I just loved it. It was my passion. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be an IT teacher and kind of do that more. Okay,
for those younger listeners, floppy disks.
Oh no!
Yeah, you took me right back with saying floppy disks.
Getting old now.
Yeah,
I've never been like that for the younger listeners out there. Oh God, Granddad Aaron's on the mic. See, CDs and DVDs. What were they? Hey, they've gone now as well.
But, so you had the floppy disks. So they were your 5.5 or 5 1/4.
Well, it was 3.5, wasn't it?
Oh no, they were then after the floppy disk. The original floppy disks were. I've aged myself.
Oh, you've aged yourself then.
I have.
That's before my time.
Yeah, floppy disks were floppy.
Wow.
They were 5.5, 5 1/4 inch.
Wow.
Just like a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
Wow.
Then you went to the 3 and whatever.
Yeah, 3.5. They were a bit more sturdy. And
rigid.
You have to put like 10 of them in to get something saved. Things like that. Yeah.
And then your CDs, then your USB drives. Yeah, now your cloud.
We're aging it now. Fantastic.
Well and truly.
This has gone downhill.
So how do you unwind when you're not working?
I enjoy the odd drink.
We've not been known to go for a drink after a chamber meeting at all.
Never once.
Nope.
No. In an independent bar.
Yep.
I once again, I have the kids most evenings, which is fantastic. They're like my little buddies. So we spend a lot of time together. They enjoy playing pool and darts and stuff. So we go to our local workmen's club and go and do that. I am getting old now. Going to
workmen's club.
Yeah.
But your pints are cheaper there.
Not anymore, they're not.
Oh, aren't they?
No. Honestly, it's that's another podcast
Okay.
on the definition of a cheap pint. Wetherspoons is cheapest, and then other than that, I have gone a bit of a fitness freak thing, so
Yes,
I
you
do
have.
enjoy the odd walk and obviously exercise and stuff like that. It clears my mind,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my unwind session really.
Okay. What's one thing people might be surprised to learn about you?
I was nearly the Milky Bar boy.
No. Seriously?
Seriously, I had auditions up in Manchester.
Sorry. I mean, I'm not interested in the rest of the podcast now. You could have told me this at the beginning.
Yeah, there's a fun fact that no one knew about me.
They do now.
So I was accepted for auditions up in Manchester to be the Milky Bar kid, and my dad wouldn't take me.
No.
So that could have been my claim to fame.
Oh, wow.
The Milky Bars could have been on. No, let's not do that. But that could have been my claim to fame. Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
I think I've missed my claim to fame.
You have?
I have.
Oh, no.
No, honestly.
That is a shame.
Oh, it's dreadful.
Okay, if you had a totally free, no work, try that again. If you had a totally free day with no work at all, how would you spend it? Obviously, eating Milky Bars.
Well, can I go abroad? Can I go on holiday or something?
Yeah, you can
Excellent.
do what you want.
I'd go away. I've been very lucky to travel the world as part of my previous job. And one of my I've got two favourite places. One of them is the Gold Coast in Australia. Absolutely love that place. The Gold Coast in Australia for me is what UK should be like, right? Where you've got beautiful beaches and pure sea. And then 10 minutes down the road, you've got the deepest rainforest. That for me is absolutely bliss.
Yeah.
It's a bit like going, kind of like going to Rill and then going to the Cannock Chase. It's what it really should be like, but unfortunately that's the reality of what we've got in the UK. In the Gold Coast, you've got the reality of a beautiful rainforest where they filmed I'm a Celeb, and then you go to the beach 10 minutes down the road. So that was absolutely, I spent I was over there a few times and I just love that. South Africa was another place I absolutely adore. I went to Cape Town a number of times as well. And I love that kind of culture and stuff like that. So they're my unwind. In the UK, if I was going to have a day away, I love Salford Keys.
Yes.
So obviously Media City and stuff like that. And I enjoy just having a walk around there, nice little restaurant, maybe go and watch a show at the Lowry, stuff like that. That's my kind of unwind sesh.
Okay, cool. Is there a book, podcast, favourite quote or anything that you could recommend to people that resonates with you?
Not really. I don't listen to many more podcasts.
You will do after this.
I was going to say, I have to listen to this one, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I don't listen to many podcasts. I don't. So when I'm working or whatever else, I put music in my ears. That's kind of what makes me go. I don't read many books. Oh, this is one. But I am right on my own.
Oh, are you?
So that's interesting, isn't it?
Oh, fact or fiction?
Oh no, business, as in.
Oh yes, fact, fiction.
It's fiction. Yeah.
That was a slip of the
We can go with fiction. To be fair, once you've read it, you can go with fiction. You go, this is absolutely rubbish.
Sorry, a factual book.
We'll say fact. We'll read it first.
Okay, the jury's out on that one.
But I am writing my own book around marketing, about my principles of marketing. It's called Awareness, Response and Relationship. And it's been kind of the DNA of what I believe marketing is. And it can be kind of wrapped up in any sector. So it doesn't matter if it's a charity, obviously that's my background, but you can bring that same principles into commercial, into B2B, B2C businesses. So I am writing my own book, but I don't read many books. How bad is that? Dreadful, isn't it?
No, not really. I go to creative writing and I don't read many books.
Oh,
so I think it's a time thing as well, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. But that's kind of, so no podcast, no book, sorry.
Okay, what's the one product, service, or I would say upcoming event, but we're not sure when this will be going out, so that might be a bit of a dodgy one, that you're excited to share with our audience?
That we do ourselves or just in general?
No, your company, your shout out.
Gosh, we do so many services. I love all of them. I think, with AI coming in more and more, we are seeing a demand for more and more understanding of what AI is and kind of how to get the best use of AI and use ethical AI. So we've been doing a lot more consultancy around AI, talking to our clients and also people publicly about how to best utilize it and kind of get the most out of it and kind of what tools work best for what reasons. I'm very excited that one of our clients has asked us to be on their interview board where they're employing someone that will be head of creative and AI, and we're going to be part of that panel. Really, I am as part of the kind of interviewee part, because I think there's this whole shift now that AI should be utilised, but how do you best utilise it, and what should be AI'd versus what should remain human?
Yes,
that's the kind of dilemma that most people are in. But of course, there's so much technology around AI right now. So, obviously Microsoft are really ploughing into Copilot.
Yep.
You've got your Google Gemini, you've got your ChatGPT, obviously. Canva is doing more creative stuff. And it's kind of making sure that you're utilising that. So for me, I think there's a whole shift with AI. One of the services we do is SEO, search engine optimization. And there's a lot more tools coming out now with AI in that, which is fantastic because it takes away some of the mundane burden off us and allows us to kind of really focus on the strategy and the kind of analysis. So I think AI is definitely the kind of exciting part that we were kind of pushing in towards now.
Cool. Do you think AI will ever replace what you do?
No. I think humans, AI needs a human to tell it what to do and how to do it best. I think, so fun story. I did get, I think it was Gemini, but I can't remember which tool it was. I've got an AI tool to try and build a website. And it did, which really annoyed me. And it built a WordPress website within 3 or 4 minutes. But you know what? It was just very generic and basic because AI does not understand what that website should achieve. And that's where we come in as the commander, basically, and the human behind it. So I think AI has its benefits, and I think it will eliminate some of the mundane work that we do. And it can give us snippets of truth like code and whatever else that we can kind of go, that's logical, let's use that. But I think we still have that logic. And I don't think AI, well, maybe I'm wrong. I saw a film once that AI took over the world, so maybe I am wrong. But I don't think AI will have that logic to understand the end user's customer experience and journey and what they want to achieve. So I think AI is going to be a great resource for us, but I don't think it'll take over my job.
Okay.
I hope not.
Okay. Well,
famous last words.
Let's see when I interview AI.
Yeah, exactly.
See what happens.
you might just replay all this into AI.
That's true. Well, I mean, that's the point, isn't it? I mean, AI is trolling the internet. It is pulling everything it can find. But because people are using AI and putting that out on the internet, it's trawling its own information and regurgitating it, and will it eventually end up in a loop?
Yeah, you never know. And, AI is taking what we say as truth.
Yeah.
So if we start, skewing the truth, then AI will only skew the truth more. So that's part of the ethical AI that I was talking about. And I think there's a lot to be said about that. I think, the jury's out, I suppose.
Yeah. What are your business goals for the year ahead?
We're trying to grow, as I think most companies want to grow and obviously all aim to grow. I think for me personally, we have a great staff. We have a great team. We have scalability. And we have knowledge. So I want to try and continue to grow the business to bring on the right clients. I think that's a good term, the right client, because not every client is right for us and we're not right for every client. Yeah. And I think, I really want to continue to kind of grow the business, but not, crazily. I want to, kind of grow it steadily to ensure that once again, I mentioned that we're a customer focused company. But being customer focused means we know the customers.
Yes.
And we don't want customers to be a number. We're not going to do account numbers and stuff like that. I want to know if someone calls me, I know who that is. They know who I am. And that's the same with all my team. So we want to make sure that we grow strategically and that we don't lose the focus of our company, which is customer.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Is there a dream collaboration you'd like to be involved with or a project you'd love to make happen?
Do you know, I'm looking. Because I work with a lot of good organisations. I mean, the Chamber, for example. Ta-da!
Obviously.
Was that where that was going?
No, it wasn't actually, but we'll take it.
Was you going to point at the sign? Was you?
Yeah, got the sign.
Any hint? Obviously, we work with the Chamber. That's a great one. But every client that we work with is a dream for me. If that makes sense. That sounds really weird. We can talk to a potential client or whatever else, and I'm like, I can see myself working with you. And I think with the Chamber, that was great. So I could see your vision and I could see what we want to do.
Oh, good, because I couldn't.
No, we know. Well, I could.
That's all right.
I mean, I'm not going to name drop, but there's other clients that we're working with right now. I've just came out of a meeting from one. I can see their vision of what they're trying to achieve, and we're talking about doing a lot of IT work for them and a lot of security work for them and all this kind of stuff. And they've got a massive vision for their organisation, and I that's a dream for me. That's the collaboration I want. And so for me, there isn't a dream collaboration. I don't have a company that I think, I'd love to work with X, Y, and Z. But I get excited about all projects we work for, however small, however big.
Well, I'm glad you said small because I know you work with a lot of startups
Yep.
as well, don't you? You're really passionate about getting them online, getting them seen and helping their businesses grow. So it is down there to up
100%.
there.
I think one of the, for me, my biggest kind of passion is seeing someone start up with a vision and then us helping them fulfill that vision in the way we can with their website, with their socials, with whatever it needs to be, and then seeing them grow. I worked with a company, unfortunately they did go bankrupt, so sorry. But bad management. But I worked with this one company down south, and they started out just the owner, and she grew to 25 staff. And unfortunately, it's kind of all imploded. But it was lovely to see someone start out with a vision. And then I went to go and see their first office. I went to see their second office. I went to see their third office. And it's exciting because that's, we can be part of that journey and help and scale with you as you need to. But starting with a vision and starting small is always the best. That's what I love working with.
Yeah, brilliant. What's the best bit of business advice you've ever received?
Well, I wish someone said, don't do it.
Now that's interesting because my answer would be just do it.
Just do it. Do you know? Actually, I'll take that as the best one. Do you know what I think? For me, because I'm a positive person, I think I can't think of any business advice off the top of my head, but I think you should just do it. I think you should just go for it. I think you should just. We only get one life. We only get one chance. So let's go for it. Let's have a go. I think it's better to give it a go and fail than never to try.
Yes.
So, and I think for me that's kind of what I'm doing. I hope Zephi continues to thrive and to grow, but I am so glad in 2019 I did it.
Yeah.
And now I'm in 2025. I'm still glad we're doing it.
Yes.
And I can't wait for the next 10 years to see I've done all that in that 10 years. So, I think just do it is great business advice.
As you say, what's the worst could happen? It fails.
It fails. You start again.
Yeah.
And, you hear about some of these very successful, like Richard Branson. How many times did he fail? Yeah. Before he became successful? You look at, I love Dragon's Den. And you look at all those dragons and the amount of times they become bankrupt or a product didn't work or whatever else, but they kept going. And their success is based upon the fact that they keep doing it. Yeah. And I think that's fantastic. And that's all we can ask. That's all we can do.
It's believe. Yeah. So I think you possibly answered the next one. What words of encouragement would you offer to someone starting out?
There you go. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Easy as that.
Our new catchphrase.
Yeah.
We know many of our listeners love a book recommendation, so what would yours be? But we know you don't read books, so it would be your new book that you're writing.
When I'm writing, yeah. So as soon as it's published, I'll let you know. I'd say I don't really read books. That's really bad, isn't it?
Any from school, going back to doing English literature at school or anything like that, any of those that resonate with you?
Like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or something like that. That's ironic with the Milky Bar kid comment, wasn't it, really?
I wasn't going that far back. But or any of the books you enjoyed reading to your children when they were little that have stuck with you or anything.
I didn't read, I just gave them the iPad. No, I'm joking. Thomas the Tank Engine? I'm not sure. I'm really bad at reading books and stuff like that. It's not my forte, never my thing, really. That was always the ex-wife's job to read the kids a bedtime story. I did the bath routine.
Yeah, it was the other way around because I was at home, so husband wasn't. So he did the bedtime routine with the bath and the story. So he got to spend the time with the children.
I did the bath and then through the bath. So I did the bath and then the story time was always the ex-wife. But and now they don't want to read. They're at the age now they don't read books. They read the iPad or they're playing a game or something like that. So
my son, strangely, he didn't enjoy reading at school or anything like that, but he's got back into reading, and we are talking physical books as well. Not even on an iPad or a Kindle. Physical books.
Kindle's ruined the physical book.
Yeah. And he'll come back and he's like, just put all these.
Oh, brilliant.
So interesting. Where can listeners find you or learn more about your business?
We've got a website.
Have you? That'd be a surprise.
That'd be a shock, wouldn't it, if a marketing company or web design company had a website. So we've actually got 4 websites. So the best one to go to is zephi.group. That's a bit unique, isn't it? And that showcases all our company divisions. Obviously, our marketing one is zephi.co.uk. That's our main one. And you can find out all about us on our website.
Perfect. Any socials?
I'm sure we have.
You can't remember off the top of your head?
Zephi. Search all our socials for Zephi.
We'll put them at the end of the podcast when we put it out for you listeners, not a problem.
Yep.
Okay, tea or coffee?
Or it depends where I am.
Okay.
Tea at home.
Really?
Coffee when I'm out. Do you know why?
No.
Because I don't think anyone can make a good cup of tea. So I'll always do tea for myself, and my staff are fantastic, by the way. So this is not to my staff; they will make tea in the office and wherever else. But when I'm out and about, I always do a coffee like I have today. So yeah.
Okay, so that sounds. Oh, so how are we having our tea?
Milk used to be 2 sugars. Well, actually, at one point before the fitness freak, the staff were starting to put in more sugars. Apparently, I peaked at 6 or 7 sugars, and I didn't really notice. So yeah, they did this little thing where every time they'd add extra sugars into my tea to see how long I'd go. That's really sugary. So tea, but now no sugar. So I don't do any sugar, and coffee, no sugar.
How strong?
As it comes.
As it comes. So
As it comes.
You don't care on that.
No, tea's usually milky for me, but
Oh no!
I know.
No.
But see, I thought I might get that reaction, so I didn't want to say that. But you pushed it.
Yeah. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
A bit of both, actually. Obviously, I get up most mornings at 6:30. So is that early? I know, probably not. I suppose you're up early than that, aren't you?
Yeah,
usually.
Usually. That's mid-morning.
It's like midday for you. So 6:30, get up, and I'm usually in bed for about 11:30.
Okay, so a bit of both.
Bit of both.
Your desk playlist, because you said earlier when you're working, you've got your earphones on, your headphones on, and you're listening to music. So what are you listening to?
Oh, I get judged for this. So
here we go.
Electronic dance music, EDM, trance and techno and stuff like that, which shocks most people because they look at me.
Milky Bar kid and dance. Oh
no,
my
honestly.
No.
So if you come to my office, Ryan, if you're listening to this, Ryan loves rock, but bless him, since he started working for me, he's had to endure consistent EDM music in the office. So I feel really sorry for my staff who have to listen to my interesting playlist and my mixes and whatever else that I find on YouTube. But EDM, which most people look at me and kind of go, really? I can't see you at a rave.
No,
you can't. No, you might find me in the VIP section because I'm a snob, but I do enjoy the atmosphere. I think it's all the electronic side of it.
Yes, that actually makes sense.
Yeah, the pyrotechnics, the lights, and all stuff. That's what I love. I used to in my previous job, I used to look after some of their events, and I used to love the backstage stuff when you see all the lights go up and all the kind of tech. So that's what I love. That's what I crave. And that's what I do.
Brilliant.
So there we go.
Find a bit more out about you.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, thank you very much for coming on the Chamber podcast, and also thank you for being our first guest on the podcast, which means you will have to go out as number 1, as we've mentioned it a few times. Yes,
absolutely. And if there's not number 2, then I'm sorry.
We have got more members booked in, so that's not an issue. So thank you once again for coming in and sharing a bit about you and your business.
Thank you very much.
That's Aaron from Zephi. Thank you, everybody.
And that's it. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel or follow us on Spotify. If you're interested in the Chamber, visit lichfieldchamber.org.uk. And to find out more about each guest, check the write-up for each episode.